But can I start talking about this AirPods thing? No, you got to sit down.
There seems to be there's an increasingly big trend on this podcast of it starting when Dan is talking from the other side of the room. That's happened a few times.
I mean, I like to leave the flog as a little bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
Where is he? What was he doing? Is he wanking?
I want them to like enhance the audio. Be like, oh fuck, he was just saying, I'm just getting a glass of water.
Imagine if he was wanking. Like that's how every podcast started. Like something about Mary. Dan has to work the nerves out.
So I really thought you meant like
buddy.
my wife there. I was like, oh, the film. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
There's just something about Mary that makes Dan jerk off all the time. His wife's hot.
Is that hair gel?
Yeah. I mean, that would, I think, give us the correct energy. The
You
head of this
jerked off
podcast.
beforehand?
Yeah, competitive but also gay. That is the pod. That's where we're at now.
Wait, competitive. So you've presumed the reason that we're on mic and your nose that you lost?
No. As in like, I'm jerking ooff. It was like, match me.
I was just in an Uber with a woman and she was asking me what I do and I had to explain that I do a podcast and she was like, what's it called? And I said, Flog Cabin. And her immediate reaction was like, oh. Like, and then I had to explain, like, no, like, flog is a word for like for dickheads, for wankers in Australia, and then that didn't seem to
help.
It's very strange that when someone asks you, what do you do? That's your answer when you're a published author / touring comedian.
Well, I said I was on my way to record a podcast right now, and then it just got worse and worse as I tried to explain it.
It got worse,
and then the conversation died.
Was this an Uber pool or was this the driver?
This is the driver.
Female Uber driver.
Female Uber driver.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exciting.
Because I was at Bondi doing a photo shoot for an expose on cocaine.
Cocaine, like centerfold spread. It's a big line.
No, just like do the centerfold, you see the whole bag. And you're like, ooh.
Yeah, some story that the News Corp are doing about the cocaine biz. And as someone who knew a couple of things, they got me out for a couple of sound bites. But he was talking to me just about how people can afford cocaine. And it made me remember that, like, I was making the point, not everyone just buys a bag on their own. People will split a bag. Or we used to have a thing, I don't know if you guys ever did this, called the Pineapple Express, where you'd chip in with like 5 or 6 mates.
Sorry, just quickly.
Yeah.
Look at Tom.
Yes.
Look at Tom. Remember everything you know about Tom. Right. Has he ever done this?
Tom's a nerd. No, he's never done this. He doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, fuck off. I've seen Pineapple Express.
When you go 5 or 6 ways in a bag of Coke.
After you've done that, do you know what Pineapple Express is?
No.
Yeah,
but I'm not the whipping boy.
Yeah, we're making fun of you.
You know why I'm not the whipping boy? Because I mention you.
Because you're here.
When you're not here, I'm in a lot of trouble.
All right, nerds, listen up.
So that seems more equitable.
So you go like 5 ways or 6 ways in a bag of cocaine.
Okay.
Why is it called the Pineapple Express?
Because everyone's chucking in a $50 note, right? Saying $50 note. Australia is a pineapple. Right, for anyone who doesn't know, our $50 notes look, they're like pineapple-y colour.
Yeah.
No, yellowy.
We did the lobster bisque. 15 mates, everyone gets a bump.
A lobster bisque.
It's good gift.
We call a $50 note in Australia a pineapple, so
because it's gold.
Because it's
golden like a pineapple and has a hard outer shell.
And it's express because 6 ways to make a Coke doesn't get you far.
No.
Right?
It's gone quickly.
It's gone quickly. But you can't do this when you're out because there's no way that you can ever police equal parts of a 6-way bag in a bar, right? So you'd have to be at a house party and you'd pour it out and then someone would be in charge of smashing it up into 6 different piles.
Was that you?
Well, no, it wasn't always me. Sometimes it was me.
What percentage?
Of the time was it me?
Yeah.
Maybe 25%.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be the guy.
No, there are other trusted guys. We're all good at it.
You're the only one with the weigh scale here.
We're all good with it because then you'd have to have one guy that would make the piles, but then someone else got to pick. If you made the piles, you didn't get to pick which one was yours.
Oh.
Right? I always, whenever you start stories like this, I just picture the prison scene in Goodfellas. Like, we were all good with it. One guy'd pour out the bag. So, and then what? So it's the person who makes the lines or makes the piles
doesn't get
That's
like
same like cutting a cake.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you cut the cake, you don't have to choose your slice because that way you're more likely to be fair and cut equal slices.
exactly right. Yeah. So you
I
want
mean, we had the same system in my friend group where we'd, dissect a pill 6 ways with a scalpel.
So you might out of a bag, you might be able to smash it up into between 5 guys, like 10 small lines, like not major, but like enough for you to be having a good social time on cocaine. Right? And so that was a point I was making to News Corp where they did just previously interviewed some nerd from the AFP, and I was there to make a counterpoint about the merits of cocaine.
Some nerd from the AFP.
Some nerd, some guy from the feds.
He was there with you?
No, he'd been interviewed previously.
Okay.
If he was there, I would have been really having a good time.
I thought you were like debating.
No, they keep it separate.
Okay.
He probably would have run rings around me intellectually if we had to actually get into a vigorous debate. But fortunately, it was just me.
Just you?
Yeah,
Being like,
so-
no, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I can be like, no, cocaine's great. Legalise it right now.
Legalize cocaine.
Legalize cocaine.
Just
Well,
specifically cocaine or all drugs?
I know, I
I'll give
said-
you all drugs,
I'm-
but if you say just cocaine, I'm like, interesting choice.
I said, look,
Criminalise alcohol. Legalise cocaine.
Decriminalise as a starting point, and then let's go from there.
So coke first.
No, all the drugs.
All the drugs.
Yeah,
Okay.
all the drugs,
And
not
then
just
where do we go from there then?
Some kind of utopia.
What are we decriminalizing after we've decriminalized all the drugs? Like bigamy? Can marry heaps of chicks?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
Or dudes.
Or dudes?
Yeah.
There you go.
Or chicks and dudes?
Yeah.
Hey, do some cocaine. See what feels good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And then look, the rest will figure itself out.
So
We're going to be too high to do anything, Dan. Let's be honest. The whole system will collapse. But we'll have a good time doing it.
But that was it triggered some fond memories of the times I've had a Pineapple Express because I was trying to explain how people can afford bags in a cost of living crisis. And it's because they can't afford it on their own.
yeah, they got to throw
Everyone's got to do their part.
it's mateship.
But there is something that like brings everyone together, like doing a communal bag.
Brings everyone together. I mean, I famously, one of my housemates who used to the big house party, they cut up the lines, sitting there, everyone's ready to go. It was his first time going. He sneezes, blows them all away.
Oh, what a quick way to lose friends.
Dude, he does his line, couldn't handle it, sneezes. Every other line on the bed.
Great stuff.
And,
And then what? Then what happens?
Everyone starts licking the sheets. You out of your fucking mind?
Licking his nostril, licking the sheets, licking anywhere, getting the Hoover, seeing if we can suck that up and fucking put it through some kind of
Filter?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Have you ever seen that? Like, I think it was a meme. It became a GIF. It was of the raccoon with the fairy floss. Have you seen that? Raccoons clean food before they eat it. So he's got a big thing of fairy floss. He goes up to a puddle and he puts it in the puddle and it dissipates. And he's like scanning around to see where his food went.
I have seen that actually. It's the
like
best.
It's the best.
It's so sad.
Because I've also seen like TikToks or whatever of people cutting up lines and pouring a beer over it and it just like running straight through, dissolving it all up.
Is that allowed on TikTok?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe briefly.
Interesting.
Heartbreaking.
Hammer's like, remove it for sensitive content and hurt my feelings.
I feel like Hammer's getting real dark. They just start looking at the ground being like, also a lot of good lines out there.
I remember there were times when like it would be humid in my old townhouse, and I'd have like Coke on a plate, and there'd be moisture in the air, and so it'd all get wet, and then that was hard.
Talk us through it.
Man, you should have given us a call. Don't have to struggle alone, brother.
You've tried drying it. That made it worse. You got to just at that point you just got to gum it. You gotta, it's.
Becomes an edible. Have you thought about getting a dehumidifier? Do you have allergies? No. I got a glugginess issue.
I got bigger problems.
So wait, you were just there for like it's.
I'd already done the interview for this podcast a year ago, but it's coming out finally in June. It's like a 10-part series all around the world.
On cocaine or drugs?
I think it's cocaine.
Okay.
I think it's on money from cocaine, the cocaine business.
Well,
But
it's
so
a
they were
good thing
getting
because they'll be
me-
like, look at how much weight he's put on. He can't be on cocaine anymore.
see?
Hey, he's a beautiful boy. He's a BBM.
What's that?
Beautiful man.
Big, beautiful man.
So I'd already done the interview, so this was just some kind of photo shoot, and they got some, me to chat on camera a bit and some B-roll, but the B-roll directions were pretty funny. Just like, just look at things and like look out at the sand, at the water at Bondi Beach, and
You're like, I was looking at things.
and look and look pensive.
Look
And,
pensive. I thought like you're supposed to be like the fun guy. I thought they'd be like, pull
Well, we
out
got
some cards
we got
from your
some-
wallet with some teeth marks
We
in
got
them.
some fun stuff, but then we also got some serious stuff, just in
Okay.
case they want to like, be like, bom, bom, bom.
What was the fun stuff?
Well, I just mean like we got photos of me like smiling and laughing, just in case. But I don't know which direction they're going to go with this. I've been fucked by News Corp before. We'll see what happens.
When have you been fucked by them before?
Well, when I was in the middle of my drug case, right? There was a story where when I got bail and when I was trying to do stand-up and I had to get my bail rules relaxed and the Daily Telegraph were in the room when I got permission to compete in Raw.
Wow.
And they thought it was hilarious. And so I got a photo that when I came out of the courtroom, this is the Downing Centre. This paparazzi guy took a photo of me, and I was like, he must have the wrong guy. There's no way we've been taking a photo of me. And then the next day there's a story, and I look like the biggest fuckhead in this photo.
Why?
Just like when like they get like 5 photos and they pick the worst one. Whenever News Corp, Daily Telegraph are doing a story about a guy that's the bad guy, they always pick the one that makes them look the most fun.
Like a photo that makes you look like a bad dude.
Total, like no, just like
Just like
the
tongue kinda
ugliest,
sticking
like
out,
the
like
absolutely
eyes.
like bad lighting, ugliest, worst face expression. They're like, this is fucking good.
And it worked?
Absolutely. You remember what they did with Amos? Remember that
Yeah.
bad photo they used?
No, I don't.
This was for the recent scandal with Amos.
Our previous guest, Amos Gill?
Yeah, they picked like they dug up like the worst photo in the history of Amos's head
I mean,
to use for that.
you've hung out with Amos long enough to know that he thinks every photo of him is bad.
Yeah, but even he said this is a new low.
This is a new low for his head.
Yeah, they got.
But you got papped. That's pretty exciting.
That is exciting.
Well,
Before
exciting.
he even did Raw. It's like, this guy's a contestant.
Yeah, the headline was like bizarre bail request for pizza shop owner on drugs charges, and then it said like
So you were billed as a pizza shop owner previously.
I was going to say, so many titles. I wouldn't know what
Pizza
to...
shop,
Is he
yeah.
drug dealer,
Private
criminal,
schoolboy.
private schoolboy?
You're a real
the Daily
dick.
Mail they hit the jackpot when they ran that story, the original one, which was like from pizza man to accused party drug king, our private schoolboy went from.
They just got every keyword.
Bing, 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 bing.
Fuck, the editor must have got hard typing that up. Being like, he's everything. He's everything we want.
Dog pizzas, cocaine.
I'm Googling bizarre bail request, and they use this headline a lot. Belmore eyelash artist Sophia Lee makes unusual bail request. Car park shooting accused, unusual bail request. Singer Mario Norman denied unusual bail request. You're not even on the front page.
Sorry, guys, let you down.
Sorry, Hammer. Maybe next time, mate.
So
What are you going to request next time? I'd like to compete in Eurovision.
Sorry, I've got a podcast. I'm going to need to be able to go to the studio and record with the Flog cabin.
I'm doing a comedy showcase.
Hammer's bent. Do you want to put it on the air, mate? Do you want to
Nah.
get it out there?
No, we'll save it. I'll save it for strongly worded emails.
Strongly worded emails.
Yeah,
Do you send a strongly worded email?
Not yet, but it's coming.
One day.
Yeah.
Personal, or you get management involved?
No, I'll be personal.
To fight your battles?
No, I'll be personal.
Okay. How are you going to start it? With a 2 or a deer?
It'll be oi fuckhead.
No, to whom it may concern.
Yeah, to the fuckhead this may concern.
Oi fuckhead. So I want to talk about my AirPods.
Yes.
So the other week when I flew back from Melbourne, I had my previous wireless earphones. Is what we call them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Earphones? Headphones?
Earphones. Earphones, right?
Okay.
They're certainly not hairphones, which is the one you went for.
I had my wireless.
How is struggling, right? It's just a photo shoot. It's very taxing. Very triggering for him.
I had to look at so many things.
She actually did say, because I was using like various positions and face expressions, she was like, "You're a natural at this. Have you ever done any photos before?" And I was like, "Well, I used to be a child star."
But they didn't use that. They didn't use that title in the
Disgraced
headlines.
child star turned pizza shop owner. Denied unusual bail request.
That's how many papers is that selling? That's the perfect storm. But so earphones.
Yes.
Had them in, listen to music on the plane.
Were they not AirPods?
They're not AirPods yet.
Okay, you had
previous.
off-brand.
Yeah, it's like UBL or whatever brand it was. But they were pretty good. But
Where'd you get them? In prison?
JB Hi-Fi. So I had them in.
JB Hi-Fi in prison?
I got out of the plane and I'm walking.
Yeah.
And
You didn't get the wheelchair?
I'd been towards the front of the plane, right? And so I got off first and we're walking and then everyone's coming off and I realised that I'd left the charging dock for the earphones in the pouch of the plane.
In the pouch?
In the pouch.
Oh,
and at that point I was like, I can't do this. I can't wade through this sea of scum to go and get these back. So I just let them go.
You let them go. You let your AirPods
Not
go.
AirPods. This was my wireless earphones.
Wireless.
UBL.
What does a pair of those set you back?
I think they were about like 170.
Wow.
How new?
But they'd also been causing me some ear grief.
The worst kind of grief.
Dude, you're causing me some ear grief right now.
They'd been uncomfortable sitting in the what's this bit of the ear hole called?
Canal.
Canal?
Good.
Yeah, I was going to call it a lobe, but it's not.
That's certainly not that.
That's the lobe, brother.
No.
Down there.
You might have been wearing them wrong.
Inside.
That's what I'm uncomfortable.
Trying to shove them in the gap. I can't hear anything.
I got to get those spacer earrings just to fit my AirPods.
So they were uncomfortable in the canal. The canal.
Did you say canal?
I just want to say anal. In the canal.
Yes.
So anyway, I walked away.
You abandoned them. Did you bin them or did you just listen to one last charge?
I've still got them at home. I reckon I could probably get one more song out of them.
Yeah, I think it would have been pretty easy to get those back from the airline, to be honest.
Yeah, just like probably wait in like 2 minutes. But
Yeah.
sorry, I just left my
In this pouch on
My
this seat.
not
Here's my
I
AirPod
ticket.
just come home
earphones.
from the Melbourne Comedy Festival.
very hungover.
I was broken. I was tired. I was lost. I just couldn't have any setbacks at that moment in my life.
Plus
I was
you're
like, the smallest thing could set me off. And that I was like, you know what? I can't deal with this right now. I'm just going to walk away from it.
You didn't know you were going to be on a plane full of scum.
I didn't know.
Who could have predicted that?
Well, I flew business, so I had to sit separate from them.
You had to separate yourself.
And
Seven of us were all right.
And so
We talked about this, and we didn't talk about it on the podcast, but you do the low bids for business
Low
class.
ball bid?
I do low bids.
How low do they let you go?
I think like maybe like 140, 150.
Well, you can get a pair of UBL AirPods for that.
So you left them on the plane. You abandoned them.
I abandoned them.
Business class, they totally would have gotten them for you.
Yeah, they probably would have. But
They might still have them.
yeah, maybe.
These are Mr. Hamilton's non-brand earphones.
So anyway, I had to get a new phone at the Apple store the other day.
Why'd you have to get a new phone?
Because I used to use my old phone in the shower.
Why'd you use your old phone in the shower?
Because I'm an addict. I don't use drugs anymore, but I'm addicted to other things.
I just want to explain this to the floggers because I'll sometimes bring my phone into the bathroom and listen to music or a podcast through the speaker and make out what you can. But you brought yours into the cubicle, into the shower cubicle. Regularly
So how
to
close?
scroll.
So where does your phone land when you're in the
on
bathroom?
top of the vanity.
Okay.
Like, just on like a dirty clothes basket. Just it's
Okay.
in the room, it's outside the water zone, the splash zone.
Splash zone.
So because you got like a shower door, like your shower is closed off. I've kind of got like a little partition. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I think when I have showered at your house, which they don't need to know about, I think I just put it on top of the vanity or on the sink.
Yeah.
But it's still moist air in there, right? It's still a risk to the contaminant to the phone.
I wouldn't bring a bag of Coke in there. Probably a bit risky.
And I was like, why not? The phone's already there.
So, yeah.
Actually,
you bring it in the shower.
With the damage I've done to my nose from cocaine, if I ever was going to do it again, I should probably just gum it rather than inhale it nasally because
Then you're just like,
it's one or two bumps away from just like total collapse of the cavern in there. It's hanging on by a thread.
the cabin's collapsing. There's going to be one survivor, Stuart Diver. He's getting out. He's going to be all right. What a reference. Thank you for appreciating that.
I don't get it.
Oh, you're too young.
Stuart Diver, that was the thread bow.
There was a collapse.
Oh, okay.
And he made it
It was
out.
like the one guy that survived.
Yeah,
right.
it was an avalanche? Or not an avalanche, just a collapse.
I think it was an avalanche.
Might have been.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
you're going scan in the nostrils. The avalanche is impending, but you're taking the phone in the shower.
Well, sometimes I don't know. Like I've got serious business to conduct all the time.
All the time.
All the time. There's no off. I'm
I have
working.
comedy bookers to threaten.
I don't think I
Emailing in the shower, sent from the shower.
Hey Siri, compose an email. Oi fuckhead. Comma, space.
This looks like a business email.
It's a little rusted paperclip in the water.
Cliffy's like, kill me. I'm so rusted. Hamo keeps threatening people in the shower.
Why does he talk like that?
I don't know. I think a rusted paperclip would sound like a robot.
Yeah, okay.
That's pretty good.
So is the
I've stopped doing it, but
is the phone since you replaced your new phone yesterday?
Yeah. But now I'm like, okay.
Now that you're not drinking.
Now I know that it was a mistake. I shouldn't have been doing it.
I can't believe because like my mate told me about the waterproof phone thing, and I remember that blew my mind. Then I was like, I don't believe you. And then he just threw his phone into the pool, like where I was. I was in the pool. He was outside the pool. He just threw it into the pool. And I was like, you're out of your fucking mind.
That's a great move. I like the idea if he goes to throw it and he skips it like a stone, it lands on the other side of the pool.
Oh my God, it's Jesus' phone.
So did it fuck the phone?
No, it was fine. He just pulled it out and just kept going.
Wait, so
What?
was this just like a
What
new
kind of
phone?
phone?
The new iPhones are waterproof.
Yeah.
Since like 12, I think.
What?
Like,
Yeah,
they're
what
like
was your last
waterproof.
phone?
Like I could throw this whole thing in the pool.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
god.
Don't do it though. You just ruined a phone with water.
You can for sure take this in the shower.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking more than that. I could have a bath. with it.
So I think you're not meant
Only if you're
to
very sad.
submerge it. Like you're not meant to leave it underwater, but it can get wet. So it's like there's a difference between like water resistant and water something else.
Proof.
Sure.
Waterproof, yeah.
So he just literally, it was like a backyard pool. He's throwing the phone in the pool.
That's
I've been like, holy shit, and I've grabbed it and I pulled it out. And he's like, Dan, it's fine, look.
That's a boss move. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it was very strong.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that, I feel a lot better about the price I paid for that new phone now if I know that it's impervious to water.
Yeah.
I think what you shouldn't do though
Is shower.
is behave as you have.
Yeah.
And this isn't just about the phone. This is about life.
That's what the judge said. What you've been doing, don't do it anymore.
In
Don't
fact,
do it anymore.
I kind of promised the Australian court that I would do exactly that.
You're not the first person I've lied to, Dan. But like genuinely, like because it was the phone worked. I think the floggers want to understand the phone worked. It was just that it wouldn't charge anymore because of the sheer amount of gunk that you'd built up in the charging recess by having it in the shower.
Whatever, also little like metallic strips or whatever sits there to charge. They'd been so damaged by abuse, by watery abuse.
Were you fucking this phone?
Look, I started with water and then I tested it out. I was like,
Were you
what else?
fucking the phone with your pin dick, brother? Was that going in there?
Or can you help me eject the SIM card, Hammer?
Pilot.
A USB-C? Is that where your dick is, man?
That's what the C says. Cut.
Damn it. It's too good. He's out. He found a way out. Very upsetting.
Wait, so how long has you had the phone before this one?
Oh, years.
Yeah, I don't think this is the shower. I think this is just wear and tear.
Wear and tear?
Yeah.
No, I think how long do you keep a phone for? I think I'm
3 years.
I think I'm
That's how long it lasted.
4 or 5 years into my phone.
Wow, really?
I think start of 2020. It's 4 years in.
Okay, I think it's some planned obsolescence bullshit. I think it's Apple is like, it is designed to stop working in 3 years.
But we also just found out that you get your phone on a plan.
Yeah, I do.
Like some kind of fucking psycho.
I reckon
A
the
lot of people are
vast
planned
majority
up.
of people get
like
them on
leasing a
plans.
car. Who does that?
A lot of people are planned up. I won't begrudge him for that.
Thank you.
But I did.
I will.
But the shock I'm thinking.
That's low on the list of things I begrudge him for.
not doing cocaine enough? Absolutely.
I'm more just more being a nerd.
Not knowing what a Pineapple Express is? Absolutely.
I don't care how he gets his phone. All I care is how many lines he does off it.
This has never touched white powder. There we go.
That's why I used to take it in the shower to clean it. Just going to police started swabbing. That was actually very funny. I just remembered at the Comedy Festival this year in the festival club, people were doing cocaine. Not me at this point, but people were doing cocaine. And they were like, shit, does anyone have a note? because we're a cashless society.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I've got a note. And they're like, oh, we don't have a card. And I'm like, just take my whole wallet to the bathroom, do your drugs and bring it back.
It's true. But, I mean, that's why, a lot of people just key bump. Key bump's easy.
I've never liked it.
No?
I've always felt I lack the dexterity for a key bump.
Really? What, you can't...
I think I got a
you can't-
decent
you
sized
can't-
nose too.
You can't get it for a shovel and the powder
I've just
up to
never,
there?
I like a note.
Bring the nose to you.
Well, I've seen you eat food, Hamo. I know that. I know that you.
Bring it to you, brother.
I know that the mountain goes to Muhammad. You know, I get it.
So make it easier on yourself. You don't need
Yeah.
to stress. You could do it.
Thank you. But so AirPods,
AirPods.
Earphones.
So I bought
That's what he said before.
So,
Damn it!
It's catching on.
So I bought a new phone.
He's always viral. This guy.
So I bought a new phone. But
Yes.
then I also, because I was there, I was like, oh, I'll just buy, I'll have a look at AirPods. And I got them. But they were expensive.
Okay.
They were $400.
Do you get the AirPod Pros?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Noise cancellation
Oh, I
that
was
you
like-
can turn off. I didn't know that. I thought it was permanent.
I was like, was it worth the money? Fuck me, it was. Man, these things, they sit in the canal so well.
Please tell me your I got AirPod story isn't that AirPod Pros are good. Please tell me you were like, guys, I got to talk about this
Yeah.
on the pod.
Yeah, do you remember before I was like, hey, Hamo, is this pod content? And you were like, I think so. Not only is it pod content, it's 26 minutes.
I think also it's a conspiracy against Apple. The other ones I had, the volume, even though they were noise cancelling, the volume never got that loud. Right? But these Apple ones, it's super loud. I reckon they stitch up other... Are we not on board?
No, keep going. I want to get to the bottom of
Other
this.
earphone companies, they're stitching up the sound. They're not giving you full vol.
Well,
So
you
that
think
when you buy these $1 million ones from them, they're like, this is what it's meant to be, brother.
they're like cut them loose.
Yeah, here we go. This is proper sound.
They've like put a limit on the engine, and then it's like apple to apple. They're like run
Here we-
free,
Yes,
run
here we
free.
bloody
Steve
go.
says go.
There we go.
Right, because you want to. Are you one of those people that listens to music at like the maximum volume
Absolutely.
on your phone? Yeah, I thought you would be.
I'm partially deaf in my left ear.
Yeah.
I'm full. Yeah.
Because I've been in the car with Hamo and it's just constantly creeping up the volume of the stereo in the car.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you can't hear this, can you?
I can't hear shit, man.
Feel sorry for Tom being on your left during the pod.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you want to get
What?
a zinger in. We're like,
Speak
Hamo,
up.
please. I got something.
I can't believe you paid extra for noise cancellation when you've already got it built in.
Yeah, can I get noise cancellation
I've
just
only
on
got
the
it on one
right?
side. It's only on my left side.
Can I buy one pro and one amateur, please?
It's a very long story to say that I bought some AirPods and they're good.
Well, I appreciate it. Have you
You
ever?
heard it here first.
I actually did try another brand at one point because I got sent them. You know, like Instagram, you get a message like, "Hey, our product, we'll give you it if you put up this many stories and this many posts
This is
about
an
it."
influencer deal.
Yeah.
You got offered an influencer deal?
This is back in the day when my numbers weren't that bad by comparison. You know? And they were just like, "This is all
I'm
the stuff
getting
you got to
zero
do."
deals. I'm getting zero offers.
Look, well, dude, he's got grief in his canal. If anybody wants to rectify that,
There we go.
get in there.
Hit me up, DM me. Okay, so
what kind of product? Like streetwear,
Food.
food. It's
gotta be food.
food, alcohol, gambling companies.
Yes,
No, I wouldn't work for a gambling company.
I thought not.
No, I don't think so.
in the cabin we're anti-gambling.
I think so.
I believe.
Hi, I'm Andrew Hamilton. I used to have a gambling problem, but I don't anymore because it's not real.
Because now I'm a winner with Bet365.
Limited edition sneakers, kicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'll
do
rock
them?
those. That's about it.
Got to be limited edition though. I'm not taking any of the standard bullshit.
Nah, absolutely not.
Well, no. So I got like they sent me the thing, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to post anything about these headphones, wireless earphones.
But that was the
Fuck.
deal. Didn't you agree to the deal?
No, I was just like, I'm not going to. And they're like, okay, we'll send them anyway. And if you like them, post something.
Okay.
Which is, I felt very powerful at that moment.
Yeah.
And they just weren't very good. Like, it's just that thing. Like when people were like, I don't like iPhones. I'm like, you're just wrong. They there's actually trials about it in the EU where like Apple iPhones are so ubiquitous that it's like a problem in terms of competition law. But it's because they're good.
Yeah.
That's it.
You pro capitalism or not? I can't quite tell.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Very anti.
But pro Apple.
No, I'm just
world's
like
most
they're
successful company.
just the best thing.
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to roll over and take it. And Steve gives it to me every day.
Yep.
And the battery life's pretty good. Yeah. Even 4 years in with Apple.
I tried to go there on Anzac Day.
The Apple store.
Yeah. That's how I pay my respect. And
During the dawn service, being like, man, I really got to buy those headphones.
well,
Playing 2-up with iPhones to prove that the screens are smash resistant.
I got there at 12:30 and they weren't open. The shops didn't open till 1.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just a rule around Chatswood Chase. The shopping centres, they weren't opening till 1 to do business out of respect
Really?
for the Anzacs.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I get there to the Apple store and they're not opening at 1 o'clock. They're opening at 1:30 because they're having some kind of nerd town hall meeting. And you can see them. Because you can
Oi, nerds!
through the glass.
Let me in!
So they got like 2 people. Like that's
I
about.
love
like,
that you're describing a meeting. At some nerd town hall event or a meeting. I don't know.
Dude, there was like 20 guys there and not a single bag of cocaine. A bunch of fucking nerds.
half an hour they stood there with this one woman at the front, just like swanning about, telling this army.
You might not know this, but chicks could be bosses now. So she was probably
Well,
in charge.
I'm against it, and
Not just girl bosses.
I'm against it. But I was like, how much? Why do they need to have a half an hour meeting to just tell them to do the job that they do every fucking day in there?
Yep.
I'm like the least employed person on this podcast, and even I know why you need to have a meeting every now and again.
Not for half an hour. Not for half an hour. I mean, like
How long should a meeting last, Hamo?
Max, okay, so through the windows, we can see everyone. So we can see.
So there was a mob forming outside.
There's a mob. And they had 2 people working down the mob to try and figure out, they were like, okay, when these nerds finish talking, this is who do you need to be sent to? And they booked everyone to go.
You mean, sorry, just 2 nerds working. Again, I just can't help but rebrand every piece of this. There were 2 people working outside.
Yeah.
And they attended to you as a customer.
And I said, I want to buy a phone. And they're like, okay, cool. When you go in, go over there, and we're opening in about 5 minutes, and then we'll allocate someone to you.
Do we point out you weren't wearing a watch for that?
It's a great actor.
Just for anyone on the YouTube, it's like, how am I just look at? The continuity on this app is fucked. In about 5 minutes, he looks at his wrist, straight back in.
Hammer's like, oh, fuck, I didn't buy the Apple Watch, did I?
Oh, and a watch. I need a watch too.
Well, that guy was busy. I don't like the idea that they have this meeting in full view. They should have some curtains up or something, because it just looks like, I'm just like sitting there with everyone else like, open the doors, fuckheads.
But like you can actually see that they're busy.
Yeah, but
Isn't that better than a curtain? They're probably just standing around in there.
It didn't look like they were having a meeting that couldn't have been summed up with just a quick email or a quick text around like the group chat, WhatsApp, you know.
Hammer, like a professional football game, watching the players warm up on the field. Like, do it in your own fucking time, would you? Do it behind closed doors, like gentlemen.
We don't want
These
to
fucking
see
sports
this.
nerds.
We don't want to see this while we're waiting to get in there. Spend our money
How many people were there?
in the queue.
Yeah.
50.
Did you try to get a
50?
bit of a rabble going? Were you nudging, being like, can you believe this?
There were people. They were agitated people. Being
Were you their leader?
I wasn't their leader. No, I was just another guy just like doing the nod at other people like, look at these nerds. What are they doing in there, you know? Open the doors, fuckheads. It said 1 o'clock. It's 1:30.
God. I don't
See,
really
like,
know.
that's the thing. They could have got there half an hour earlier. And then, anyway.
What, you want to cut into their respecting the troops time?
Well, I'm not saying they can't go to the dawn service, but like by midday, they should have their Apple shirt on and their lanyard and whatever else, their name tag. and they should have the team meeting behind, in like there's some kind of hidden closet, right? Where they have all the...
Closet?
Where they have
Let's
all
go
the...
to HR with that.
Where they got all the stock. Put everyone in there. We don't want to see them having the team meeting out there while we're waiting. Anyway, they opened the door eventually, and I was served very quickly, and I had fantastic customer service.
It's almost as if they had coordinated somehow to offer the best service possible.
Hey guys, just before we open the doors, remember, treat everybody well, especially that man with no neck. He seems furious.
And then it was top notch from there out.
Well,
That really made me
You know
laugh.
they're doing Shad Wicker posted about this. They're doing sessions at
names.
Apple now where they're helping old people.
Yeah, I think my mum's done it. My mum's gone in. They're like, hey, are you old and don't understand technology? Come in. We'll tell you. Yeah.
See, my mum asked my help, and I'm like, I should have sent her to the Apple store.
Yeah, but don't get there before 12:30. 1:30.
No,
Fuck.
I'd be stuck with it. Well, particularly on an Anzac Day, but yeah, that is nice of them to do that because a lot of people do struggle with technology.
Old people. Not young people.
No.
Old people.
No.
But it's good. Apple, they're helpful. Like they are. You go in, you're like, I got this thing. And they're like, we'll fix it. And you're like, thanks. That's nice.
Yeah.
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 Well, this Flog cabin brought to you
They're
by
also
Samsung. This has all been a lie.
By Apple, but only the online store. The physical stores can go fuck themselves.
It's a new charger as well. That fucks me off every few years. It's a new hole for a charger.
Is it not a USB-C?
No, it's a USB. Oh yeah. It is. It's instead of the Lightning one.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're still on the light. That's Lightning.
I'm Lightning as well. Yeah.
Lightning. Now it's USB-C.
I think that is like actually mandated now.
I think you're right.
Because the EU were like, you can't keep changing charges as environmental catastrophe, so you have to use, what's it going to be? And they're like, USB-C.
Yep.
Oh, so I'm going to stick with that one.
Yeah.
Because the
how
MacBooks are now
long?
USB-C.
And you know what? You know how the EU arrived at that? They had a meeting. Bunch of nerds got together.
But behind
Probably
clo-
had several.
Behind
Yeah.
closed doors? Like
Make it
gentlemen?
behind closed doors.
It was an open court. Hammer was papped walking out, being like, I just want to buy a phone. Somebody, for the love of God, serve me.
So what, you reckon they're gonna move on from the USB-C soon as well?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, they they find new technology, new ways every few years, right?
Yeah.
They may say that to the EU, but they don't mean it. This will change.
They're gonna go to the USB-D.
Yeah.
You know what the D stands for? Dick.
Here we go.
Glad you finished that. We had a mystery in the cabin.
Should we do a pilot ad?
Yeah, I should probably do a pilot ad. I got a thing that I've been meaning to talk about for 3 episodes, and I'm embarrassed by it, and I want to get it out, but soon.
Let's get that out as soon as where did I write this thing?
Where did you write this thing?
Here we go.
For me or for Dan?
It's for Dan.
Nice. All right. The Flog Cabin podcast is brought to you by Pilot Men's Health. It is actually brought to you by Pilot. I think the way that we address this makes people think it's not. It is. The promo code is real and you can use it. If you have, don't tell us. We don't want to know. Here we go. G'day, floggers. When I was a teenager, getting an erection was easy as. I just turned on Channel V and there was Christina Aguilera seemingly summoning my impressionable loins like a genie in a bottle. I did actually really rate her. Fair enough.
You're smoking hot.
Sadly, those days are long gone. For me to get any semblance of rigidity in my trouser snake, my wife has to put my testicles in a vice and slowly crush them while she spits on me and calls me Dirty Daniel before putting a belt around my neck and doing the old Michael Hutchins.
Oh.
It's laborious. But with Pilot, I'm back to simple, free-flowing erections without the need for all that silly business. My wife couldn't be happier. Go to pilot.com.au and use code FLOGGERS20 for $20 off your first order. Pilot, hard made easy. And then beneath that, it just says Pineapple Express. We got talking points. Don't think we don't.
There we go. That's a little short and sweet one.
Yeah, I just like that you just kind of said all that crazy shit. They're like, and I solved it with this pill. Anyway, end of that. Yeah, but Christina Aguilera I thought was underrated.
In attractiveness or as a talent?
Attractiveness.
When I was like 13, like her and Britney, geez, they were doing some great stuff out there. In the
So
community.
you're talking early because you have like early days Christina Aguilera, like Genie in a Bottle, pretty clean cut, and then you got dirty Christina Aguilera where she's like got the braids and she's a little bit more
Yeah, it was
leather.
the dirty kind of era.
And then she did
like that
the
from early days.
Candyman. Remember she did the kind of like 50s.
Yes, I rated that too.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the music either. I thought she was all right.
Really reinvented herself. You know?
I liked her at every part.
At every part, at every point.
Yep.
Even when she was a child star, you fucking predator.
I was a child.
Once.
I was.
Your Honor, move to strike. I was a child. Well, all right, that's everything we need to hear.
I was younger than her.
You wanted to creep, you were just a legend.
I was watching this Netflix series called Ripley. Have you heard of Ripley? It's about the talented Mr. Ripley. It's like the same story.
Yep.
But Dakota Fanning's in it, who is now just like a fully grown woman. And I was just like, what was she famous for? Like, I don't really remember movies. I just remember her being like the child actress.
Sixth Sense?
Oh, was that
she
her?
wasn't- No,
was
she
that
wasn't
her?
in
That was a guy. It was a boy, wasn't it?
No, she wasn't in that. She was in War of the Worlds.
War of
She
the
was in
Worlds.
that.
Yeah.
Here we
I
go.
thought she was in something else.
She wasn't something else.
She probably was, I reckon.
You mean that child star Dakota Fanning was
In one
in
thing.
other movies? Yeah, she was.
That'd be so funny if she literally just did War of the Worlds and everyone was like, that was fucking amazing. That was unreal.
Tom Cruise.
That movie was a sack of shit, but Dakota Fanning.
I think Tom Cruise still sends her a birthday present every year because of
Really?
the movie. Here we go, which is kind of nice.
Tom Cruise seems like a nice, terrifying man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'd be great as your mate. You wouldn't want to like have to like be in a relationship with him.
I mean, it's just that kind of thing where it's like, hey, Tom Cruise, that was pretty cool seeing him out in public with witnesses. Can you babysit? Nah.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
can you come over? Maybe.
I don't think he'd be dangerous, though. He'd just be weird.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Imagine a Coke chat with him.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd need it.
No.
No, I would, but he would. I would have just to try and sync up.
Hammer, you're off the wagon. What happened? I got to talk to Tom Cruise soon. I'm terrified.
We're talking about Top Gun 3.
I have some ideas.
Tom, the worst thing about those Top Gun films, all those fucking meetings. All these nerds talking about flying. Just get in the plane, mate.
Shoot shit, fly. How hard is it?
Dakota Fanning was in I Am Sam,
Oh, yep, of course.
Uptown Girls, Man on Fire, War of the Worlds.
Man on Fire. That was what I was thinking
Yeah,
of.
that would be your one, wouldn't it?
There's like three of
Denzel.
those now.
The Secret Life of Bees and the lead voice role in Coraline.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely Man on Fire
Man
was
on
one I
Fire,
missed.
that's what stuck
but
out.
War of the Worlds was one that I knew off the top of my head.
Can we get to my disgusting confession?
Oh yeah, let's get disgusting. It's not about your thrush cock, is it?
It's not about the thrush cock. The cock, 2024, thrush free.
Thrush free.
Since 2023. There it is.
Thrush free since 23.
We did it.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
No more juices.
No, I reckon I'd rather see it come back. Good content for the pod, I
it.
reckon. Yeah, I want to see it in real time.
It was really funny. Mary was like, "Oh, we got that juicer. We should start using it." I'm like, "Get that shit out of my house."
I mean, what would we call the episode? Something stupid like Thrush Hour 2?
Oh,
Hey,
Here we go.
there it is.
It sells itself.
Why is Jackie Chan here? Oh, you'll see. No, I made a disgusting realization about myself on the way out of Melbourne. At the end of the comedy festival, Hammer, you were broken. You left AirPods on a plane because asking someone to get them was too much.
Yeah, what did you do, you pig? Let's get to it.
Oink, oink.
Let it all
Pig
out,
boy.
brother. What did you do?
So, I realized that on the last day of the Melbourne International Comedy Festival, I ate schnitzel 3 meals in a row.
3 meals, but is that because you weren't having breakfast?
Lunch, dinner, breakfast.
Breakfast.
That does not disgust me.
Breakfast schnitzel. No, it wouldn't. Breakfast schnitzel.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Is that it?
So what happened? Yeah, that was it.
That's it?
That's pretty bad, man. That's
It's not that bad, but also I'm more confused than disgusted.
crumb fried chicken 3 meals in a row, like just consistently.
Okay, the first meal is the biggest question mark. So you had it for...
No, I had it for lunch first, which was I had a chicken katsu udon.
Okay. That's
Katsu, obviously the schnitzel of the Japanese.
Yes.
Yes.
They were allies in the war. That's where they got the recipe.
It's good. Good chicken.
Then I had a schnitzel from a pizza place served in a pizza box.
A pizza
Why'd you have a
place.
schnitzel from a pizza place?
Because pizza places do schnitzel.
Yeah, but why didn't you just get a pizza?
Because I wanted the schnitzel.
This is like the fish and chip shop all over again.
Sometimes some of the decisions you make,
Yeah,
I'm like, this doesn't make sense. What are you doing? That disgusts me more than the idea of you having schnitzel for 3 meals.
Why do you need to get what it says on the label? Why? Why can't you
They're
get something else?
specializing in this
You
thing.
never get pasta from a pizza joint.
Okay, if it's an Italian restaurant that's known for pizza and pasta, if that's fine. Okay,
But then schnitzel from that place. Parmigiana. Where do you think that fucking word comes from? Adelaide?
Get a KFC, just get the mash and gravy, you fucking dog.
All right, maybe if you got a veal scallopini or something, then like maybe I'd understand. All right, okay, all right. So
And it just came in
so
a
you,
pizza
you had a
box.
second dinner.
Lunch and dinner.
I had a late lunch, so I had lunch at about 6:30.
No, you didn't. You had an early dinner. That's not lunch.
But I hadn't eaten yet.
No, wait. So you
So
had the,
then it's
you had
breakfast.
The katsu, you had the katsu when?
I had the katsu at about 6:30 p.m. after my first 2 shows on the Sunday.
Hammer was an expert in dinner. That's not lunch.
It's a late lunch.
It's not a late
At
lunch.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Dinner.
That's a normal dinner time.
Okay. So I had a
It's not
normal
the,
dinner.
It's not the order you have them in.
So sorry. So you had at 6 p.m. You had the katsu.
An udon katsu.
Yeah, and then what happened after that?
Then I did my shows.
Yeah.
Then I had a drink.
Yeah.
And then I went home, and on the way home, we picked up the schnitzel from the pizza restaurant.
What time
was
is this?
Jinx.
Well, I guess I'll leave.
I reckon maybe 9:30, 10 p.m.
Okay.
That's a quick turnaround for a double dinner.
And then what happened after that?
I went to bed.
Oh wait. So hold on. I'm confused. Why'd you say you had 3?
Because then I woke up
yeah.
in the morning and took my close personal friend Michael Schaefer out for breakfast to say thanks for letting me crash at his place during Melbourne. And I ordered the schnitzel sandwich without realizing. This wasn't on purpose.
What time?
Like 9?
Yeah. Schnitzel sandwich for breakfast.
I'm allergic to eggs, so I really cuts down my brunch options.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have to work in the sandwich world.
It's technically 2 separate days. So,
But it's just 3 meals in a row.
yeah, but it's 2 separate days.
You thought I did like breakfast, lunch, dinner, like same day. I think that's weirder because I had them within, if you think about it, hour-wise, I had it within 15 hours.
Three schnitzel in 15 hours is pretty strange. It's not disgusting.
It's not disgusting? No. I was disgusted. I was like, that's gross.
Yeah.
No?
I expect less of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
You had thrush.
Yeah, in terms of like the bad things we've done, and bad things you've done. It's not on the list.
Yeah.
The day when you die and you have to go and justify all the things you've done in your life, I don't think you're going to be having to explain the time you had 3 schnitzels in 24 hours.
I think maybe. He's like, what are you going to eat in heaven? Schnitzel.
No.
Haven't had enough down there.
There's going to be, you're going to have bigger problems, mate. There's other stuff you're going to have to explain away. Not the snitties.
I think
like ordering a schnitzel from a pizza restaurant. St. Peter's like, what the fuck is this about?
Sorry, it says that you went to a fish and chip shop and didn't pay for a chicken burger. We don't care about not paying. Putting up prices online is fucked. But
one time I did the trifecta and did at a pit stop. I did all 3 drive-throughs. I went to Hungry Jack's, Hungry Jack's, Macca's, and KFC all within the same.
did you leave the car or did you just go the drive-through on all 3?
Drive through all 3.
That's great. I love that.
Did you eat while driving?
I wasn't driving.
Between.
You were driving.
No, someone else had to look after the car while I got to work.
What do you mean someone else had to look after the car? Oh,
Well, someone
look
else
after the
was-
driver.
There was a driver. I just sat in the back of the car, and I had a
What order?
Zinger burger. What order was it? I think I started with the Maccas. I think I had a burger and nugs. And I think I had a quarter pounder, 6 nugs, and a chips. Then I had a Whopper, small Whopper meal, and then I had a small Zinger burger meal.
And were you eating them on your way from Macca's to Hungry Jack's? Were you tucking into the Macca's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could see
Were you
me
trying
in
to
the
finish
car.
it before?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I would get indigestion.
Yeah, okay.
Eating
But you were
stuff.
just hungry. So you were like, I'm not waiting till we pick up all my meals.
Did you get chips from every place?
Yeah.
Did you get
Small chips.
Small chips. Okay. Yep.
But
And was this like a why?
It was just one of those things where you're like, you know what I've never done? And like,
True.
we're here and they're all there. Like it's not adding extra minutes to the trip really.
Yeah.
So
You know what I've never done on a Wednesday?
And then sometimes I wonder about why I weigh as much as I do. But
Was this on a road trip or was this just
on a road trip.
Okay, because
On a
if you
road
did this
trip.
like in Sydney, you're psychotic.
Nah, on a road trip and you're bored and you're like, you know what's going to be like a real laugh? If I fucking knock off the triple.
Was this the Yass services?
I can't remember which one it was, but it's
Okay.
like that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Because now
Pacific Highway somewhere, there's just
south or north?
south.
I reckon it's Yass. I reckon straight up.
What if we had to do if we did like a big Flog cabin road trip and we had to do the supersize me thing of like knocking off every item on the menu from between Sydney and Brisbane?
I could do it pretty easily, I think.
Yeah. Tom and I could just drive. Hammer's in the back just hibernating like a bear between meals.
I got this, boys.
What do we got left?
Well, we're gonna keep room for the videographer, right? We're gonna capture all this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's hot content.
I think we could just pop like the middle bit down of the back seat and he could just film it from the booth. Here we see Andrew Hamilton.
Roar.
I think that means he wants a Coke Zero. He's watching his weight. Yeah, I mean, look, I've done like disgusting like food stuff. When I was on exchange in Berlin, I remember I ate 6 burgers and 3 kebabs in a weekend, and that was all I ate. That's quite bad.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. That's a pretty good idea, mate.
But that wasn't, you weren't setting out to achieve anything. That was just life happening.
Yeah, just around me, too fast.
Yeah.
So I had to catch up by eating what was nearby, and I nailed it.
Yeah.
But I just like you set yourself that challenge for no reason. And I disagree with the order of eating.
What do you mean?
Macca's first.
Well,
Why? How do you think about this?
I think KFC's the entree, the natural entree.
Because it's different?
Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
like to finish with a zinger. Go out with a bang.
What did you get? Wait, so with beef burger from Hungry Jack's as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whopper.
okay.
Gotta get a
Whopper. Whopper. Yeah, okay.
So, anyway, I had a fantastic time. I used to have a video of it somewhere. I think I could dig it up. It's on my phone.
I do need the visual. I couldn't possibly get my head around it.
You want it immersive. The vloggers prefer when we have some extra content.
Would you like
That's
to do
true.
some audio commentary over the video? So that was me eating the zinger burger. As you can see, I'm really enjoying it. Then I had some chips in between bites. And then I lowered my head into the glove box and finished off the rest of the Whopper. Were you in the passenger seat or the back seat?
Back seat?
On your own?
I don't remember.
What did everyone else in the car do? Did anyone else get something from all 3 places?
No, they thought I was crazy.
They called me
Look
crazy.
at me now.
Like, it's never been done before. What are you doing?
It can't be
It's
done.
never been done before.
There's a reason it don't be done, Mr. Hamilton. It can't be done.
I was like, I'm fucking doing it.
You didn't think about whether or not you could.
It's like the 4 minute mile. Now they all do it all the time.
I was a pioneer.
I'm just thinking about it like the Fast and Furious name, like 3 drive, 3 through.
You love that. You
I
love
love
the
it.
Fast and Furious thing.
I love it.
That
I love the franchise. Like 2 Fast, 2 Furious, 3 drive, 3 through.
Hamo, has Dan told you his big regret about the show Jokes to Bang To?
No.
Because he's told me at least 3 times.
Yeah. That was a sequel. So we did Jokes to Bang To. That was like the showcase we used to do back in Melbourne.
Yep.
And then we did it the second year, and we didn't call it 2 jokes, 2 bang.
No.
2 jokes,
Almost.
2 bang.
Yeah.
2 jokes, 2 bang.
Okay.
And then we did it a third time, and I wanted to call it Jokes to Bang To Tokyo Drift, which
good,
redeems the whole narc, like
Yeah.
narrative narc.
Yeah,
Narrative
stuff.
narc?
Narrative narc? Narc? Who's a narc? You go.
Narrative arc.
You
Shut
wearing a
up.
wire, bro?
Triggered Hamo. He says into a microphone. wait, you're not recording
You
this,
wearing a
hey?
wire? You got some kind of recording device, motherfucker?
Sorry, how are my levels? My levels okay?
Yeah, the producer's in the van outside. I think he's onto us. 36 episodes in.
The Flog cabin sting operation. Has he talked about cocaine enough yet? No. We want him to talk about it a little bit more.
I got plenty more.
We bugged the headphones, but he left them on a plane.
It was the charging dock that I left on a plane.
Dude, I'll be honest. I think a lot of people sitting in business on Virgin are probably doing coke.
Yeah.
The sting is still on, folks.
I don't miss it.
The cocaine?
Oh, this is what I was going to say. I used to have these benders that would go for so long that I'd start to get hungry, even though I'd had so much cocaine. And I had a little thing called nugs and drugs. And I'd order...
Well, sorry, explain it.
Okay.
I'm not there with you.
All right, okay. So we had the drugs, right? So there's plates of cocaine. We've done that.
But what could the other part be?
We've done it for too long. Well, you've done it for too long, and you're like, my tummy was grumbling, and it was like, feed me. And I'm like, when your tummy's sensitive because you've been up for so long and you're so full of drugs, something which is very easy to eat is nugs. So that's how the idea came about.
I think anything on the kids menu would probably sort you out.
So I'd order 50 nugs.
50 nugs.
Well, I wouldn't eat necessarily all of them, but they would share around.
Did you cut them up into lines?
Pineapple Express is back in nug form.
Oh, he ate one that he sneezed over the rest of them.
It's covered in sweet and sour sauce.
Man, these nuggets taste like cocaine now.
Hey, I got a perfect name for this. Nuggets and Druggets.
No, wait.
We'll workshop it.
All right, you mock me, but if we were 3 days deep in cocaine and I suggested nugs, you'd be on board.
I mean, I think I would probably agree to most things. I don't know if you've met people on cocaine that are like, hey, Hammer, really bad small business idea. I don't think do the pizzeria. Maybe invest in some stuff first, you know? Take a share of a restaurant. Don't just
Where were you
buy
when I
a
needed
premises.
you?
Hey, do you want to get too much of something? Yeah, I do. I do want to get way too much of something.
50 nugs, 1 in 100.
Yeah, let's get too much of something to balance out the too little cocaine we have left. Life is about balance. Oh, dear. I don't think I've ever really been hungry on cocaine.
You get there after about 3 to 4 days.
Yeah. That's why I haven't got there. I haven't been able to afford it. I haven't been able to go that deep down the canal.
The canal.
Yeah. Well, it would start, sometimes I'd have like a rock, just like a 20-gram rock. And I'd be like, well, we're not going to do all of that. Like, that would be stupid. And then
You'd look around.
Slowly, I start just chipping away at this rock until by
Like
day
the
3, it's not looking like a rock anymore. It's starting to look like a pebble. And I'm like, we should stop doing this. And then you keep going until it's all gone.
I think with the rock, you're carving it like a tiny little sculpture.
And by the time it gets to about the size of a pebble, you're like, we should order some nuggets. I'm getting a bit hungry.
I can't believe from the pebble you thought nuggets instead of popcorn chicken. You know what this reminds me of? Oh. Yeah.
I remember, that just triggered a memory of a time when I said to my mate, I'm like, what time is it? He's like, 8. I'm like, why is it so bright? Because I thought it was 8 p.m. It was 8 a.m.
You're like, oh, fuck, it's breakfast menu. 50 hash browns, please.
I like to think that Hammer was personally responsible for Macca's doing everything all day. we just can't keep taking these phone calls. Seriously. He keeps asking for nuggets at 6.
Is it time yet? Is it 10:30? Mr. Hamilton.
You're outside being like, having a fucking meeting in there. Dude, it just seems like so much.
Well, I don't.
No wonder you're tired now.
Yeah.
I feel like you used all your energy in a concentrated burst, kind of like the Big Bang.
Yeah. Well, I would think that if it wasn't for the fact that I did have energy recently until I lost it again.
We haven't really talked about it much on the podcast.
No, so I had this health ailment which happened after Adelaide Fringe Festival. I just suddenly started getting really tired all the time. I'd have a full night's sleep and then I'd wake up and I still felt tired and dizzy. Even if I had a full night's sleep every night. And
You've basically got chronic fatigue syndrome, right?
that's what it feels like. But
Could it be long COVID?
That's what I was wondering.
Well, we've done tests. We've done blood tests. I did a CT brain scan. Confirmed I got a brain. But no tumour.
I'd like to run the test again after that joke. After that choice. So let's just double check on that.
So we're running it. We've done all these tests, but I haven't found anything yet. And at some point, you just want it to be AIDS. You just want to have a name on whatever the issue is.
But do you want it to be AIDS or do you want it to be something?
Something.
Okay, there we go. Because it really seemed like you just wanted specifically.
No, I don't want AIDS.
AIDS.
I'm just saying, I just want it to be. I just want to have a name for whatever the thing is. Because then you're like, oh, okay, we can deal with that. But we still haven't figured it out. So I'm doing a sleep study next week.
Sounds like you're selling tickets for it. Next
study.
week, I'll be doing a sleep study.
Tuesday night, 7 p.m. in Glebe. Tuesday night at the Woolcock. I'll be doing. That's the name of the institute.
The Woolcock.
The Woolcock.
That's a good start.
And so I thought people had told me incorrectly that they just give you stuff you connect it and you can sleep in your own bed. Wrong. I'm going to go. I'm under the microscope.
Under the microscope.
Yeah.
You're going to try and find your brain.
I'm in a lab.
I'm under the microscope.
I'm in a lab and I got to be there by 7 and then I got to stay there the night in a haunted house or something.
Get a little sleep.
They're like, Mr. Hamilton, you're not sleeping well.
You're like, so what time's the seance?
Mr. Hamilton, you slept terribly.
Nobody's checked your vitals. Oh no, the ghosts. Ghost doctor. Hammer's movie pictures here.
Yes.
There we go.
Someone already checked my vitals. Who was it? It was like a 12-year-old transparent girl. She had really long wet hair.
Yeah, it was weird. They were skipping while they did it.
Twins. Was it twins?
An elevator of blood. All this weird. Anyway,
I realized the next morning you wake up, I was like, I made it through the night. Do I get my family's will?
So That's happening Tuesday, and
Do you have to prep for the sleep study in any way?
Yeah, if you
I
study.
think I just got to do what I usually do. Just
But I thought you might don't eat after a certain time or.
I don't think there's any of the. I have to bring food there. I think.
I dare you to rock up with all 3 fast foods in bags and be like, I'm feeling tired. Can I do my study yet? And they're like, I think we might have found the answer.
You stayed up all night wanking and doing cocaine. Then you ordered nugs at 3 a.m. That's why
Do you reckon anyone's ever choked up during the sleep study? Sorry, this is how I usually go to bed.
Do you reckon anyone hasn't?
Well, I'm assuming there's is there cameras in there, you reckon?
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, yeah.
They'd be like monitoring you, tossing and turning. I'm
I'll
sure.
be tossing, all right. But,
You don't turn while you toss? I like to. I like a good rotisserie sitch.
but the thing is, if the sleep study comes up with nada, then it's more problems, right?
Well, yeah, they got to do more tests.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I need to have a name on this thing because it's been months and I'm just constantly tired and dizzy.
What about Hamo's disease?
Oh yeah, they can name it after you.
Oh, you reckon? They can just
Andrew Hamilton disorder.
Yeah, disgraced child star disorder.
who owned a pizza shop. Disorder.
Yeah.
And the pizza shop sold pizza, not schnitzel.
Absolutely. What are we? Barbarians? Fools? This is bad business. But
You guys had schnitzel from Barbarians? It's pretty good.
Hey, the barbarians, they were kind of German, weren't they? I think it's about the right area.
Yeah, probably.
Around there.
we did sell deep fried chicken though.
Did you?
Yeah.
At the pizza joint?
Put
Imagine
it on a pizza?
No, yeah, we had a chicken pizza, but we also had
tenders.
we had something called the what was it called? Mother Clucker? Was it?
The Mother Clucker.
I don't think anything's ever been called that before. That might be the
that
first.
might have been made up. I can't remember.
No, Mother Club. No, that's like a burger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't called that. I'm thinking of Chicken and Sons Burger Shop.
Yeah, there's also the Cluckin' Pig, I think, is...
I think it was just called the whole bird. Yeah,
The whole bird? The Larry bird.
It was a whole chicken.
Mary's.
Yeah.
We sold either a half chicken or full chicken, deep fried,
Like in little bits or just the
a
whole...
whole thing.
Is that good?
Oh yeah,
Did you sell any of them?
oh yeah. It came with heaps of sauces, and then it would just come out.
Did they have to pay for the sauces individually?
No, they came with sauces.
Hey, there's only 0.7 of a sauce. You don't understand, it's the pure shit. This is 100% smoky
Snort
barbecue,
it.
son.
Snort it, you'll know.
It came from a sauce nugget. I had to chip away at it over time.
All right, there we go. Too many references to my backstories.
We like it. We like your backstories. But so the sleep study, so what happens? Like they study you as you sleep and then the next day they're like...
No, that's the thing, right? So I do the study, then they say the results come in 6 weeks. And I'm like, that seems
6
like a very
weeks?
long... So, yeah.
What could they possibly be checking that takes 6 weeks?
I don't know.
They're not taking like samples or anything?
Well, they're taking a sample of my semen from when I come in there, but I don't know. But no, it's just, I sleep in there, then they tell you 6 weeks
Walk in, Hammer's fucking the sleep apnea mask.
I'm going to go there. Then 6 weeks later, they go, Mr. Hamilton, you had a bad sleep. And I'm like, I know, I've been having them for months.
I'm having sleepless nights waiting for the results of this test.
It wasn't even a haunted house.
I didn't even see any ghosts.
So that's why I went back to the doctor and I'm like, look, I understand we're doing this test, we're doing that, and that's great. But we need to be doing some other stuff right now because I can't keep living like this.
Well, let's do the thing that
What's the
we
thing?
should do before we wrap because we got to get out of here. I think you should describe your symptoms, and then the floggers, based on anecdotal evidence and their own experience, should say what you have. Because right now the favorite is AIDS, and given the cocaine abuse, that can happen. You can get the blood on the note from your nasal cavity, and that's a thing.
Not favourite as in most likely, favourite as in preferred.
We want you to have AIDS.
Sorry, Hammer, we've sold out of AIDS. Would you like some HIV? I don't want fucking HIV.
I think it'd be great for our audience if suddenly, it's a big community, the AIDS community, right? They really get around people. And so if one of us was...
I'm going to stop you here. I'm editing this out. So just describe your actual symptoms because I genuinely think
Hold
people...
on, have you ever heard of people that deliberately want to get AIDS called bug chasers? Have you heard of that?
I've not heard of that.
All right, there we go.
Have you?
Yeah. It's like people that are so lonely and they know how welcoming and supportive the AIDS community is that they would try and deliberately get AIDS. And so they were called bug chasers.
You'd think it'd be easy to just like pick up tennis.
Like a run club?
Yeah.
They seem to hang out.
You know?
I think run clubs are the only like gathering of whites that's acceptable.
Oh, yeah?
Have you seen that? Just like the run club is like 50 of them just kind of jostling on a boardwalk. And you're like, oh, they must be active.
I saw someone post about it on social media recently that the guys at run clubs were promoting it as like a great way to meet girls.
Run club runners?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they run guns as
There
well
we
as
go.
clubs?
Run club runs.
And they run shit comedy rooms. And their name is... But these guys that run clubs would promote it as like a great way to meet women, but it was attracting creepy dudes that weren't even running. They were jogging.
They're just making creepy dudes more powerful.
They're walking slowly
Giving them
behind
stamina.
They're walking slowly behind these hot chicks. But
That's so funny. I hate that I laughed at that, but that was good. But quick, your symptoms, then we don't have to go.
I am
You're tired.
I'm tired all the time, dizzy. I've got like constant like eye strobing of like where I just can't maintain focus. And yeah, it's made it hard to do any work.
How are your erections?
Strong and powerful and reliable. They're totally fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, pilot.
Yeah.
I made it easy, but yeah, it's I can bluff my way. I can get through a comedy show. Like I think I get enough.
Tickets to Hamilton Comedy Show on sale now. Wait, what's that?
I get enough energy to like I can pump out
From the crowd.
From
the adoring fans. They pump you up to the degree that
I get.
you really nail it on stage.
I pump it up and I can do it, and I'm alive for that. But then I crash immediately. But like I'll be standing like backstage, like with my eyes like closing, and it's very hard, and I'm tired all the time.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm just an old man that's run out of juice.
Yeah.
Lost his mojo somewhere along the way.
Dude, well, look.
Maybe cocaine would help, actually.
Have you talked to your old boyfriend, Magic Johnson? Does he have any ideas?
He's positive. Something.
All right. So any floggers out there? Dr. Flogger, get involved.
Dr. Flogger.
Or just a hypochondriac with a hunch.
Yeah. Anyone who has Google?
People have been telling me about I should go see some Chinese medicine, Eastern medicine, acupuncture, maybe some of that hoodoo voodoo crap may work. Because modern medicine is for... You know what? We're running out of ideas with my GP, and he's like, I'm thinking about getting in another guy for a second opinion. And then when you get to that point, you're like, this guy's got no idea what's wrong with me.
Yeah, 2GP. That sounds like a fucking radio station. Like, I mean, have you thought about a herbalist? When Mary and I, we were trying to get pregnant, we went herbalist.
Look, if modern science can't figure it out, then I'm going to start trying out some other ideas.
I cannot wait for home remedies with Hamo. Just the best. Just you and the crystal healer. Being like, so what do I eat the crystal? Like, what do I chop it up and snort
I'm
it?
going to invite you. There'll be a guest speaker in here to talk to you boys with hairy armpits.
Yeah.
And she'll smell. She will stink.
She's a homeopath.
And
We did it. We made it. We're out. All right. Thanks for listening, Floggers. As always, the cabin grows. Hamo's about to... Is it tomorrow, the sleep study?
no, next week.
Next week. Very excited. But go check him out at the Sydney Comedy Festival this week.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
2 of them are already sold out, right?
Yep, Friday, Saturday are sold out. There's still tickets for
get in there.
Thursday and for Sunday.
We would love to have some floggers at those shows. Otherwise, just stay flogged up.
Check the Dodgems.
Bye. Great. All right, there we go. We had some fun.
That was fun.
That really made me laugh. Some of those. It shouldn't have.
No, that's a really dumb shit.
But it was funny. It was funny, dumb shit.